Here's our suspension that's going on the Civic Type R. There we go. Trust me, I've been on this the whole day trying to take off these stupid Honda rear shocks. Absolutely ridiculous thing. Just look at this. Look at how I had to cut that thing. I mean, it's actually literally infused into the shock. And Honda just put a little bit of copper grease in there when they fitted everything. There'll be no problem. Right, so there is our verdict, guys. What's up, guys? Hope you're keeping well. Welcome back to another video. Now, today's video is going to be a change of suspension on the Type R. We're just going for a normal lowering spring setup, which are already on the other shockers, luckily. Because otherwise, I've got, spring compressors in the garage and stuff, but it just takes time, to swap out the springs, put the lowering springs on the normal suspension, the McPherson type of strut suspension and stuff. So yeah, luckily I got a set from On a Mission. They were quite reasonably priced. I thought, you know what, rather than coilovers, I'll just stick these on. Plus as well, I did actually film a video where I was fitting coilovers to this, budget coilovers, which didn't quite work out very well, and I basically had to abort the whole video. It was like 3-4 days of filming. So I am going to pick up when I was doing the rear suspension, because I fell into a massive problem on these cars whereby the bolt snaps at the bottom of the shocker. So I will show part of that. So it's going to be a bit of a mixed video in that way, that I've already filmed that part, but you'll see me fitting the new suspension on as such. And then you'll obviously see the whole front suspension coming off and going on with the lowering springs and stuff. But yeah, it's a bit of a confusion. But yeah, at the end of it, we'll have a nice lowered car. Hopefully, that's the plan. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll try and capture as much footage as I can. But as I say, these type of things are usually simple. It's a couple of bolts out here and there if they come out on these Hondas. And it should be changed in pretty much a couple of hours, maybe 2 hours or something. So anyway, let's get on with that, and then I'll catch you guys up at the end of the video. So guys, here is our tools for the job. Obviously normal, socket set, ratchet kit, whatever. We've got our impact wrench and our line over there, just in case we get some stubborn bolts and stuff, and to take off all the wheel nuts and stuff like that. Our jack as normal. Got a couple of stands in the garage. And then hopefully we don't fall into any issues like I have already done on the rears. As I said, which I've already filmed before that, because otherwise I got to start pulling out the heavy artillery, which is all in the garage, grinders, cut-off tools, heat, all that type of stuff. So I want to avoid that. But anyway, here's our suspension that's going on the Civic Type R. And these are, just the stock Honda suspension with Eibach lowering springs. Now I'm not exactly sure on the actual drop of these. I think it should be around 30 to 40 mil drop. But what I like with these decent type of aftermarket springs is they actually come with this, like a rubber, like a bump stop or something, yeah, which stops these springs twanging away. Even the stock springs come with that as well. And even if you look like on the Golf, I don't know if you'll be able to see, this is running 10, I think it's S-Tex or something like that. And you can see that brown bit as well. This has it as well, and they don't twang. So yeah, I'm assuming that's what that's for, but at least it comes with that. And you can see the overall condition of them, guys, is still okay. Yeah, they're not too bad. So are the springs. But yeah, we'll get on with that. I know the front shouldn't be too bad because they've all been changed out, the front shocks and springs. So, the bolts shouldn't give us too many issues. It's obviously the rear that we've already had the issues, and we've swapped those out. So, that was a problem, which you guys will see in this video. Safety first. Rather it drop on that than on my head, didn't it? Right. So the plan is, boys, if you've not done one of these CIVIC Type R's before, yeah, those two need to come out. So you can see 1, 2, obviously all our sensors and all that, brake lines, ABS sensor, or whatever. Take that off, remove that from there, which is the steering arms, yeah, and then there's 3 bolts above here. Right, those 3, 1, 2, 3, and then that should just, you know, drop our strut down. So yeah, shouldn't be too bad. What's that? 19 mil, yeah, and 22. Next, we need to take this out, which is a little clip. That's that out. Right, what size is that? Easy. Out of there. Now usually just knock these. There we go. And that's that arm out of there. So the looks of it, it's only these pipes, you know, the brake line and ABS connectors. Loosen them up. 3 bolts at the top, or 3 nuts, and we're done. You can see it will turn now because there's no suspension. I mean, you have to be careful with these drive shafts because you can pop them out by mistake as well. See what I mean? This is all easy, this guy, guys, because it's been touched before. If this was the original from Honda, my God, you'd be WD-40ing everything on here. Right, that's those lines out. As you can see, everything's disconnected in there. Those 2 bolts, them 2, and your steering arm. So it's just those 3 now. I would actually just whiz these off, but they're a bit awkward. So yeah, we'll take them off by ratchet. 14 as well, 14 sockets. That's that one. As you can see, it's just lowered itself, but it's actually been held up by the suspension hub. So pull our shock out this way. There we go. Phew. That is heavy. Now we have to be careful here because this hub is going to do its own thing. Right, so let's just temporarily leave that like so. So we're going to push this that way and hold it with our knee. Very dangerous, this, guys. Don't be trying this. And then I'm going to get this. Right, that's in. Trust me, not easy. Right, so that's held up. What we can do now is hopefully just line this up for our bolts. There we go. Bang! Locked and loaded. You ain't going nowhere, mate. You ain't going nowhere. Right, so that's temporarily like that. So what I'll do now is just replace everything exactly how I've taken it off. Put the 3 bolts first in the opposite, obviously. 3 bolts at the top, or 3 nuts rather, should I say. Then I'll move on to the bottom, put my sensors and all my other bolts, including my steering rack. So I'll catch you guys when that's all done. Right, so everything's tightened up. Now you guys might think I'm going crazy or something, but I line everything up, all my bolts and nuts, to make sure that every time I go under the car, you know, I just have a quick look to make sure everything's in order, no bolts have loosened. Not that I don't trust my own work, but you know, I just do this as my precaution. Yeah, these are all tightened up as well. Right guys, so my plan is I've just taken out, you know, the boot mat and all that stuff, because, and there's a clip that I've popped out of there and I need to get rid of that one as well. And basically this clips out and you can get to your top of your struts, you know, of your suspension at the back. And I'll check the CIVIC up, take the wheels off obviously, and then we can hopefully change that suspension there. You can see it doesn't look too bad actually. So yeah, change that out. So yeah, let's get on with that. Right, so those are out. Basically to take that off, it's just loosen those two wheelies off as well and loosen that, and then we out. That's basically, it's literally 3 bolts that are holding the rear shock and spring in. So we'll take those out. A little bit of corrosion here and there. You can see the arches in this car are not bad, only down here might need a bit of, you know, rust converter and touching up, but that's about it really. I'd like to do these arms as well in the future and a couple of other bits and pieces, but yeah, I'll take those off guys. Oh my god guys, hey, I'm not having luck today. Trust me, I've been on this the whole day trying to take off these stupid Honda rear shocks. Absolutely ridiculously made. Fucking rust everywhere. Just rust. I mean, literally everywhere you look, there's underbody sealer. You put your, you know, your sockets on. Yeah, check how they stick. Everything is just stuck. You know what I mean? And worst of all, trying to take the rear shock off, and I don't know if you can see over there, bang, broken off. Worst part about it is it's a captive nut that's on there. It's not even like a nut that you can just remove. So I'm gonna have to either cut that off completely and then cut this side of the shock, cut that side of it, take the shock off, and then see what to do then. Maybe get a bolt and nut through there or something. Fun and games is all I can say. Wow. Right guys, this is a new day. I've not even recorded like 3/4 of this day. Anyway, I managed to sort this one out by cutting and whatever. It took forever, right? And this side, same problem on the opposite side. This is a common problem on these cars, which I never really knew about until looking online. So what I've done is I've taken off this whole section, everything, stabilizer bar, you know, camber arms, everything, yeah. And I've put it on there just so I can turn it this way and cut this shock off completely. It's the only way to do it, because when it was up there, it's too close to the tank, and I don't want to risk, you know, a fire or something of that sort happening. So yeah, I've had to do that just to take that off. So we'll take that off and then we'll put everything back together, put our new rear shocks on. Right, I've just taken it out guys. I mean, look at this. Yeah, just look at this. Look at how I had to cut that thing. I mean, it's actually literally infused into the shock, the bolt. Same with this one, same thing, yeah, infused into there. Just found our bolt combination. Yeah, I had to order these specially last week. But anyway, we've got you know, our normal bolt washer, which I got from B&Q, and I've ordered these online, the nuts. So this is a serrated lock-in nylon nut. It's a lot of gibberish there, but anyway, yeah, the whole point of this is, so you know, when we tighten this on there, it shouldn't unwind itself. I'm gonna put Loctite anyway, but yeah, so I thought I'll just show you guys this. We'll get our shocker in and then tighten them all up and put everything back together. Right. So looking at all this headache of these rear shocks, had Honda just put a little bit of copper grease in there, when they fitted everything, there would have been no problems. Those are tightened, guys. Just need to get our shock in, which is going to be a lot of fun, if I'm being honest. Some Loctite, our bolt is in. That's solid. Right, so that's in, as we can see. Our nut is in, bolt is in there. It's just to put our camber arm on, lift that up, and then we're done. The way I'm gonna do this, guys, is a bit, you know, how can I say, a bit bush mechanic, yeah, is the best way to describe it. So I've got to lift this trailing arm up to get it back into there, because the shock's been off, you know, for a while, that lowering spring shock, and it's obviously, you know, stretched itself out. There we go. Get a few threads on there. Let go of this. Right, all done, guys. Put the wheel back on, drop it down, see what it looks like. Right, so there is our verdict, guys. As you can see, that is exactly where our tires fall after I've taken it for a drive, and I mean, it's absolutely perfect. For me, it's actually a little bit too low because my exhaust just touches on some of the humps. And the other thing is, I'm gonna need camber arms, as you can see from this angle, how the wheels are, you know, pointing in that direction. Yeah, we're gonna need camber arms for that. Go to the other side as well, so you guys can kind of see how that looks. But it's actually set up pretty well, these Eibach lowering springs. I don't know how many mil drop they are. So yeah, that's that, guys. I'll take you guys out on a drive in it, and you can see what it's like. So yeah. Right, let's go for a spin, guys. I've left the seats down just in case there's any funky noises coming from there. I'll be able to hear it. Yeah, the humps are definitely going to be a test, so let's see. Got a big one here. Hitting them harder than I normally would, just to see, but no noise. So yeah, let's take it out for a proper quick VTEC session, and then that's it, guys. Lovely day today. Jeez, man. Absolutely lovely day. feel a bit, I don't know if I'm feeling things, but it does feel a little bit stiffer. Might just be me. I don't know what the spring rates are, you know what I mean, of these Eibach. Section there that I've been going over for years, and I know how that bump feels, you know, in all the different cars I've ever had. So it feels alright actually. It feels nice. Better than budget coilovers any day of the week. Any day of the week. Lower in springs, much better than budget coilovers. It's too many experiences I've had with budget coilovers, so never again, you know what I mean. But yeah guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's only a short little spin that we take in the Civic on, but just wanted to give you guys my feedback on them, and I think, you know, they're working okay. There's no funny noises or twanging or anything, so yeah. And it feels like it's going around the corners alright. See, look. So I'm happy with that. Anyway guys, have a good weekend, and I'll catch you guys up again soon. Cheers, bye.